Feed the hot hand. That's what the Idaho Stampede have been doing for the last 2 months with Lance Allred.
Salutations viewers, and welcome back to another awesome video on our channel. Disabilities are a nuisance. In certain circumstances, a few very strong and devoted people are able to completely overcome their mental or physical illnesses. Rarely, the ones challenged become the challengers, as some grow even more intellectually or physically gifted than the ordinary individual. So let's check out how these players overcame horrible disabilities. Number 5. Lance Allred. Lance Allred never became a superstar and only appeared in 3 games in a single season, but his signing with the Miami Heat in 2008 was historic. Allred was the first legally deaf athlete to ever make it to the NBA with a hearing loss of 75 to 80%. Not only that, but Allred had previously been diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder and depressive disorders, and he was constantly chastised by coach Rick Majerus at the University of Utah. Lance Allred's career was no fluke. The power forward / center went on to become a 2-time NBA D-League All-Star in 2008 and 9 and continued playing successfully overseas until his retirement in 2015.
First of all, thank you to the entire community of Ames and Iowa State. There's no way to express how much I appreciate.
Number 4. Royce White. Royce White was diagnosed with general anxiety disorder in 2008. However, his symptoms began in 2001 when he was only 10 years old. It followed him in 2 separate high schools, 2 different universities, including Minnesota and Iowa State, as well as sinking his high hopes of playing for Kentucky, and it followed him in the 2012 NBA draft when he was selected 16th overall. Unfortunately, despite his ability to overcome his demons and fully dominate NCAA basketball, along with a long list of achievements, White failed to adjust to the regular plane travel necessary in the NBA owing to his anxiousness. The potential is there, and so is White. All he needs to do now is find the appropriate chance to put it all together.
He blew. He said it has really helped him not only get back in
6 assists without a turnover. He was perfect.
Number 3. Mitch McGary. Although attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD, may not appear to be a significant hindrance to a basketball player, it can influence a young player in school, perhaps even jeopardizing their basketball career. Mitch McGary's on-court ability has always been evident, but as a high school student, he struggled academically, lacked confidence, and was on the verge of flunking out and therefore missing out on a Division I scholarship. McGary felt it was a do-or-die situation and relocated 1,000 miles away to join Brewster Academy Prep School. McGary has maintained a solid performer in the NBA despite some setbacks due to injuries in his first 2 seasons, and is signed with OKC for the 2016-17 season.
Randy Foye.
Number 2. Randy Foye. Randy Foye's heart would never be in the correct place no matter how loving he is as a person. Quite literally. Foye was born with situs inversus, which implies his vital organs are inverted or a mirror image of a regular human body. Traditionally, this would result in a slew of medical concerns, but in Foye's case, his organs are still perfectly aligned, although on opposing sides, and the only adverse effects he had were increased risk of pneumonia and other infections. Foye surmounted the odds and went on to become a fantastic basketball player in high school, college at Villanova, and now the NBA, where he was recently moved to the Oklahoma City Thunder last week following stints with the Timberwolves, Wizards, Clippers, Jazz, and Nuggets.
Turner in the lane for the win. Got it!
Number 1. Evan Turner. Evan Turner had no unique physical impairment as a youngster. He was simply a sickly youngster, to use his own words. Turner, who weighed 10 pounds at birth, was treated with chickenpox, pneumonia, severe asthma, and measles before he turned 1. His mother even waited until he was a year old to baptize him, fearful that he wouldn't survive the first few months, if not weeks, of his existence. Turner also had to have his tonsils and adenoids removed at a young age, had a massive overbite and was struck by a car when he was only 3 years old. Turner overcame all of his childhood troubles and went on to become a basketball sensation, finally being picked second overall in the 2010 NBA draft, much to the surprise of many who knew him. Turner is presently a member of the Boston Celtics and has a career scoring average of 10.8 points per game. Very inspirational to see how these players overcame their horrible disabilities, huh guys? That said, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like this in the future, then all you have to do is like, share, and subscribe. And with that, I'll catch you guys later in another video. Bye now!